we have KJune's response to our feedback to last Friday's dev update, which covered new interactions, the My Business feature, and a flurry of other feedback the community gave freely. So let's go over what KJune has to say about it and what changes are coming. Before we jump in, please don't forget to hit the like button as it helps my channel out immensely. Alright, let's dive right in and listen to KJune's new message. Today, we recorded the coldest temperature of the year at -10 degrees Celsius. Since I usually walk about an hour and a half to get to the office, it was truly freezing. The photos I occasionally share are snapshots I take along my walking route. Just like last week, the development video I posted received a lot of feedback again. Many comments were specifically about the features and content planned for the December update, and there were plenty of interesting opinions. Family interactions. The newly added family interaction animations received a lot of praise, especially scenes like a family comforting a parent or siblings arguing, which many felt were very realistic. However, there was divided feedback about a scene where an older child hits their younger sibling. Some felt it reflected real family dynamics, while others were concerned it might be too violent. Thankfully, others understood that it wasn't meant to be simple violence, especially since the game also includes scenes where parents scold their children. inZOI aims to portray many aspects of life, both the bright and the dark. That said, the development team is very aware of the concerns about excessive violence and will make decisions carefully. There were many suggestions for additional interactions between children, such as refusing meals, fighting over computer use, pranks, revealing secrets, helping each other, playing hide and seek, and more. We also received many requests for clearer differentiation between infant and child stages, as well as more detailed appearances. There were also requests for infants learning to walk and for more outfits and accessories. We are already working on new clothes and accessories and will continue improving these areas. The stroller feedback also came up again this week. Handling strollers is still extremely difficult. Stairs, collision issues, and many other problems keep appearing. Fixing everything one by one makes us worried that we may not be able to deliver this feature by the end of the year. I'm really sorry about this. Business system. The My Business feature is currently in development, allowing players to run their own stores, managing employees, setting wages, automating workflow, and running franchises. However, many pointed out that using kiosks for automated purchases reduces immersion. Since this feedback keeps coming in, we will begin improving this system in December. For now, we may temporarily keep both methods to help organize our data. I'm also curious. Kiosks are very common in Korean stores these days, but what about other countries? Many of you requested more realistic business elements, interactions between staff and customers, picking up items and bringing them to the counter, store promotion, and so on. Store promotion will be added as a personal interaction as well as a one-day advertising option through computers. There were also requests for realistic shopping, using baskets or carts, placing items into them, and checking out at the register. People also suggested food delivery, different types of clothing stores, grocery stores, and more. We might not be able to fully complete the business system in this update, but please trust that the inZOI team will continue improving it. Life stages and appearance. Feedback about age groups was extremely common this week. Many players want clearly defined differences between infants, children, preteens, teens, and young adults. The lack of distinction between infants and children and between preteens and teenagers has been pointed out repeatedly. Our team will revisit this issue and discuss how to refine these differences more clearly. Other repeated feedback. Animation and facial expressions. There were many requests for improvements such as micro expressions, finer eyebrow movement, and more natural emotional reactions. Next year, we plan to review the entire game again to refine these details. I can't believe 2025 is just around the corner. I think he meant the end of 2025 is just around the corner. Auto-driving camera tracking, eye contact behavior, animals, hospital expansion, skateboards, parking systems. Many ideas were shared. We've already finished discussions on auto-driving camera tracking and parking, so we'll push forward with those soon. Save file compatibility. Issues continue to arise when uploading unstable builds, causing save files to break. I sincerely apologize and will be more careful going forward. Cooking system improvements, ingredient purchasing in combination, shopping, beauty salons, and other life system ideas were also suggested. Every week, I stay up late reading your fun and thoughtful comments without realizing how much time has passed. I'm currently preparing our plans for next year, and I hope to share our 2025 roadmap with you soon. 2026? Are we working K-Jun too hard because he's lost track of what year we're in? According to the weather forecast, it will snow tomorrow in Korea. Maybe that explains why the office is so cold tonight. I should wrap this up and head home. I'll upload another development video this Friday. See you then, K-Jun. So a lot of good feedback here from the director. I'm really happy he acknowledged the feedback on the child hitting the younger sibling. He emphasized again, this game is going to show the good and the bad things in life. And yeah, sometimes siblings fight, and that's just part of life. It was a small percentage, I will say, from at least the Discord group that was adamantly against this interaction. And I'm glad K-Jun didn't fold, and it seems he's keeping this interaction in the game. He did, however, say he's going to be approaching violence cautiously, or at least the team's very much aware, and they'll make those decisions cautiously. I don't know what that means, honestly. There's always been a strong voice from the community asking for this game to be more catered towards a mature audience and less towards teens or younger players. So how will this statement help with that desire? We'll have to wait and see how things work out. To speak for myself, right? I'm not looking for a GTA similar environment. I know some of you are, but I'm not really. But I'm also not looking for a Sims replacement where things are pretty mild, let's just say. And K-Jun at the beginning of this journey said he wanted this to be a spicier version of The Sims. So keeping that in mind, I would like a little more mature content, and yeah, that might involve some violence in the game, more fighting interactions, something like that. And again, I am not talking about adults hitting children. I would never be happy with that. But a child that doesn't know any better hitting a younger sibling, and not even that hard, shouldn't, be that big of a deal. Although I do understand, depending on people's experiences, who knows, that might be a gray area, and you're never gonna change that. But hopefully they don't do it autonomously, and the people that aren't happy with that won't be affected. I also wish they could just somehow implement that into the city settings with the sliders, and that would also take care of the issue. But again, it seemed like a really small percentage of people that were like super bothered by it from reading the comments. And K-Jun already mentioned this recently, that they might not be able to deliver the baby strollers in December because of all the issues they've been having. So we should already be mentally prepared for that. We could be patient. We'll have it soon enough. I'd rather they delay it, honestly, and get it right rather than give us something rushed and really wonky. So let them work on it and work out all the kinks. Now on the My Business feature, there's a lot of really great ideas coming from the community, and I love all of it. However, they've told us that upon initial release, My Business feature is going to be a little bit basic. We order through a kiosk, it seems, which apparently are very popular in Korea. I'm not sure they're so popular here where I am in the States, but they did say they would implement a way to purchase through a cashier or sales attendant, it seems. They're gonna give us that, at least, which might not be entirely ready perhaps by December. We'll have to see, but they did hear us and they will deliver it. But we will be getting the foundations of My Business feature, and the team will continue to grow it, to evolve it, and make it into a really great feature over time. So I encourage to keep providing feedback because they are writing it all down and they're going to be using it in the future. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing its evolution. And I love that they will revisit the life stages. Distinction between preteens and teens would be amazing. And I am thrilled that Kjun mentioned they're gonna review the entire game again in 2026, mind you, and refine facial expressions or micro expressions. You know, someone in the Discord community, I can't remember who honestly, and this was possibly during maybe the last update or maybe even the one before that, mentioned that our faces convey a lot of expression through our eyebrow movements. It's those micro expressions that really help convey emotion. And I had never really thought about it, but yeah, our Zois don't really have a lot of movement in that area of the face. So I love that Kjun specifically mentioned that. So if they add more movement to like the eyebrows in creating those facial expressions, that's really going to improve our Zoi's ability to express emotion. And on the topic of save file compatibility, there was one person like strongly asking for updates to be compatible with old save files, which I'm 100% in agreement with. I asked for this as well a few brainstorm sessions ago, and Kjun had actually responded to us saying that they would do everything in their power to make that possible, but that it might not always be possible with all future content to make it like backwards compatible. So I never brought it up again. I just take that as the answer. I understand we're in early access and not all updates are gonna be backwards compatible with old save files, and it really sucks, but that's just the way it is really. They are at least trying their very best. They gave us their word for that. So I would suggest keep a backup of all your saves. That's just a general smart thing to do with any game, just in case of like a major game breaking situation when a new update comes. And also keep your Zois saved as a preset or upload them to Canvas just in case you do have to restart your families in a new save file, just so you can get the new content to apply. But yeah, at least he did mention it again, and I'm glad. So they're gonna continue to try their best to make it backwards compatible. So to wrap it up, they definitely have not forgotten the new roadmap, 2026 roadmap, Kjun. So we should be seeing that soon. I'll definitely post a new video covering it as soon as it's announced, so definitely subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss it, and we'll talk all about it together. Well, that's it for now, friends. Let me know your thoughts as always, and please don't forget to hit the like button for me. I will see you on Friday with another developer update. Bye for now. Stay happy, stay safe, and as always, enjoy.